first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes the Colts offense for their first series. And at quarterback, a new name this year to the franchise, of course, but certainly not new to the league. A 15-year vet, former league MVP, Matt Ryan.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Ryan. Find QT on the right side complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll find Paris Campbell, that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
But Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
Touchdown, Colts! Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. A time for Mac Jones and his Patriot offense to take the field. Jones now in his second season since being selected 15th overall in 2021.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks on. and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Zappi off play action.
Rolling to his left. His throw incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on second down. Zappi. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Off the fake, Zappi.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jackrabbit Jenkins.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense for the Patriots, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Here's Ryan.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's Ryan.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what
the ball is free. Taylor lost it.
And it's picked up by the Patriots.
Remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start. It's certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Second down, here's Strong once more.
And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Zappi on third down.
Gets it to Strong. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
And here's Rodgers on the return. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They go play action with Ryan. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Nifty move. And some room to maneuver.
51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Ryan, he'll get this one to Pittman. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan.
And going right back to Pittman.
Look at those stick skills. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
2nd down at 4.
To throw again is Ryan. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Touchdown! Mo Alley Cox. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Week 9 here in the National Football League. It'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of the season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. First and 10, Zappi.
And he fires one incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Zappi looks to throw it.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Rough incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
Here's Jake Bailey now.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Colts to take over. They're coming off a loss to the Washington Commanders, but so far here on their way to rebounding nicely. They lead as they take the field for a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan.
Short pass tip, but caught anyway.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now Ryan. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Matt Ryan with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith.
He's got room at the 30.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Looking to throw, Zappi.
Looking for Strong, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Ryan. Catch made here by Campbell. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Second and 5.
From midfield now, here's Ryan.
That's going to be caught by Allie Cox.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Ryan will throw again.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. The quick slant caught. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
So we can pass the halfway point of the season and now pass the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Zappi back to throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Rodgers on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
Gets around him and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Now Ryan. The quick slant caught. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now a give to Taylor. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Taylor is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Jonathan Taylor is...
This one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets there.
Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. I done gained the world, I ain't never sell my soul. This is God-given, so I thank him as I go. Hate to sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet. Yeah, this colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love, they gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the streets before I could tweet. I came from nothing, I turned a mustard seed into a million.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum.